Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Toney, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Prospector Radio, live West Coast Wednesday. Often imitated, but never duplicated. Right? That's what it is. You know it. Joining me tonight, I've got the whole crew here. I've got every single one of them. Even Barbecue Boy. He made it. So first off, we're going to start with Rich Cooley. How are you, Rich?
Pretty good. How's everyone tonight?
Tired, brother. What's been going on?
Oh, not much. I got my gold win through, and I posted pit ready, and I did pretty good.
I seen your picture you posted on GPS. It looked really nice.
Yeah.
Really good job, Rich. Really.
Ended up getting 1.8 grams.
Oh, you weighed it. That's not like you.
Yeah.
Nice.
I never weigh it, but I did.
Never weigh.
Because I had a couple people ask me, so I figured what the heck.
Well, you did really good then. Great job, brother. I'm happy to hear that, man. Awesome. So you're getting geared up for another trip, aren't you?
Yipper. Headed to the Faucet.
And when you heading down there?
Probably tomorrow morning.
You're heading down tomorrow. And the Faucet is in Ohio.
Yep. Thursday, yep.
At the Swank property. You'll be there Thursday.
Yep, I'll be at the Swank property probably tomorrow afternoon, hopefully.
Nice, buddy. Now, you're dredging.
Everything works out, all right?
Yep. I know you're dredging, so you're going to...
Yipper, and then I'm bringing my metal detector along, so hopefully I can find something with it, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, don't forget your metal detector, Shad.
Yeah, I got it loaded.
I promise nothing.
You promise nothing. Do not forget your
I don't know if mine works or not, but I got it loaded. I didn't try it, but it should. It worked last time.
Yeah,
so.
It worked last year. It should work again. So I'll remember to bring mine. Shad, bring yours. Everybody bring their metal detector. So, yeah, cool, Rich. So get to see you again. Man, that's weird. Just seen you 2 weeks ago. I used to see you.
Yeah, that'll be the last time for a while because I head out west. And
yeah, it will.
I head out west at the end of July. So
okay. Nice. Very cool. But hey, at least we'll get to see you one more weekend before you take off. And
Yipper.
then it probably won't be until later in the end of the year before we see you again.
Yeah, probably at the Gold Rush days or maybe before Gold Rush days, maybe.
Right,
We'll see what happens.
Cool. So, glad you made it, as always, brother. And, like I said, looking forward to seeing you this weekend. We'll have a good time. We'll hang out, have some fun, you know.
Yep. Thanks for having me. I can't wait to get some of Dano's pig.
Oh, that's right. He's cooking a hog. Man.
Yeah, he's cooking a hog.
Ooh, go digging in with a hog roast. Nice.
I just killed a hog last weekend, so.
Man, see? It's going to be a good one,
Eating
Rich.
hog again.
Eating hog again. So we'll see. I'll see you Saturday morning. I know Kathleen and Shad will see you probably before that. But safe travels, brother, and we'll talk to you here in a bit then, okay?
Alrighty. All right.
Thanks for being here, man. All right. Also joining us, we got our very own Kathleen Biffle. How are you, Kathleen?
Hi, everyone.
How are you doing?
Busy.
Busy? Been a busy week for you?
It's just a lot.
Just a lot going on this week?
Yeah.
Craziness? One of them kind of weeks for you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend.
Are you ready to wind down a little?
Let's hope. I've got great expectations, but,
I think you will. I think you'll get there like you always do, and you'll just wind down and relax, and you'll be back to normal in no time. De-stressified again.
A couple of my friends are going to come with their sons, and we're going to bring Shane.
Okay.
So give them a chance to get on the combo so they could learn.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Because I remember last time we took them prospecting, we only had the old Frankenstein dredge and the combo, and they were digging buckets and classifying because neither one of us wanted to give up our nozzle time.
Well, of course not.
No, they were really young, so
yeah,
it's been a couple years, and
they're
more interested in it now, I think.
Yeah, they're ready, I think, right? They can have some fun see why you guys
The
like
high
it so
banker
much.
isn't so bad, you know.
No, they'll enjoy
It's
it.
good to learn on it. It really
Mhm.
is to dredge.
You're right, it is, and they'll have fun, and hopefully they'll get a little bit of gold, and they'll make them even want to do it more, you know? So that's cool. So is some of your friends coming that haven't been there before?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
One of them's coming. She's actually getting ready to move back to Indiana, to Mooresville, and I told her, I said, you better find a property with a creek on it.
Oh, yeah, smart move.
But we'll see.
Uh-huh.
She's typically not an outdoorsy kind of gal.
I gotcha. So it'd be like a house in the city, probably, huh? With no.
Yeah,
creek.
and then my other friend was like, I guess I need to get a pair of waders. I'm like, yep, that's where it starts.
It is. That is where it starts. Well, cool. See, bringing a few
Let's
people.
see.
I know somebody that we know is coming down too. They just want to see what it is, how you do it, how people get gold. You know, because they hear us talk about like dredging and high banking. They don't know what none of it is. One of Christy's friends and her boyfriend or something. He's very interested in it, and he hears us talking, you know, dredging, high banking, but he don't know what none of this stuff is. So he wants to actually see it. And I said, well, that'll be a good place to see it. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people doing it. So you can walk down through there and see all kinds of people prospecting in different ways. So you might get more people hooked on it. You never know.
Well, I'm still going to, you know, prospect as much as I
know
can.
you are. Yeah, definitely.
I really only have Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Right. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I figured you would be prospecting anyway. Definitely. You and Rich and Shad. Oh, of course. You know, I'll take care of the socializing. You guys have fun.
You bringing your dredge?
No, I ain't got room.
You're not going to let them try it?
I ain't got no room, no. I just told them, hey, go walk around and look at people doing it.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to learn.
Yeah, well, then you can at least see the concept behind it, you know? It's like, hey, I don't have room to bring it, so I'm like,
Are they trying to decide like if it's for them and they don't want to do it, or?
Well, yeah, you know, because all they've ever done is like, or seen is like people with a gold pan. You know?
Okay.
And it's like, well, how do you guys do it? And you tell them, and they're like, what? What is that? And then so it's like, sometimes it's easier to go, well, just come down and take a look. And it gets a couple more people down there to that event. And so it's like, it should be cool. But
True.
So smart move, Kathleen. So you got a few coming. We got a couple coming. I think it'll be a nice event down there. You know?
Sure.
Are you excited?
What's it called again?
The Fossick. Fossick.
Like night hunting.
Yeah. It's a Australian thing, right, Kathleen?
Yeah, I had it on a fun fact, I think, last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, Scott? That's what it is. So.
All right.
So, Kathleen, are you excited about it then? Are you just...
Of course.
Okay, good. Are you here tonight? You seem like you're a little out of it tonight. Are you okay?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you
I don't know. I'm here.
Okay.
Got the news.
I like to make sure you're all right. Anything else going on? Are the coys good?
Yes, they are. Plants are doing really well. My magnolia came back.
Now, I seen that. That's not
It
the
got
water
fried
plant, is
over
it?
the winter because it was so cold. And, you know, magnolias in Ohio.
They don't mesh.
Yeah, it's typically not a place where they grow. So this is like a hybrid. Where it's supposed to withstand some winter, but not too harsh winters.
Okay. Like last year?
And last year was brutal. And the thing lost every single one of its leaves. I mean, because this magnolia, typically, they don't lose their leaves. What is that?
It's an airplane in Scott's yard.
Oh.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay, go ahead, Kathleen.
Yeah, so they typically don't lose the leaves. They just go dormant. They just turn like a light brown during the winter. And they turn green again back in the spring, but this time they just shed every single leaf.
Right.
And it was just a big
stick.
big stick.
I got a stick.
And I was like, oh my gosh. So I went to the local plant nursery and asked them about it. And she said, well, are the branches pliable? And I said, yeah, they're still pliable. And she said, well, you could, some people have been able to bring them back. So,
really?
I just fertilized it with the plant food that has the acid in it.
Uh-huh.
I had to take off all the dead leaves, so it was really, really a stick. And then, sure enough, it started sprouting, and now it's got, it's not as full now as it used to. And she said it probably won't even bloom this year, because I've already missed the bloom.
Right.
Typically, they're already blooming, but I saw a bud, so we'll see if it opens.
That's cool, though.
Yeah, but you guys are having like a late summer, right? You didn't really do a spring, nothing like that.
No, we didn't really. We went from like the tundra to
hell,
the equator in just a month or just a week. I
think, Kathleen. It was more like a week. It was like, what? You went from snow boots to tank tops. It's like, this is ridiculous. That's cool.
And if you're a flower person, it broke my heart because I didn't get to enjoy a lot of the flowers this year.
Right, of course. But so that's not that water plant. See, I'm not a plant person, so I don't know.
No,
okay.
That is just a magnolia tree. It's a tree with these beautiful, huge white flowers that smell so good.
Okay, now I know. Okay, got you now. Now I'm picturing it because I seen the picture.
But the water lilies did make it up finally, but they're not blooming. I think the fish ate the buds.
The fish ate the blooms.
Pretty much. The forget-me-nots on the waterfall have bloomed. And then my water hyacinth, that's the water one. The purple one is the water one.
That was that other picture you took, right? This week? Yeah, that was a good picture. That looked nice. Good job there. And that was a water plant.
That was. Okay. It's called a water hyacinth.
Them are pretty cool. Water what?
I don't know.
No, it looked good. I like those water plants. Those are cool. But good job. Then you saved your plant, your favoriteest plant.
Oh.
Look at you.
I was just telling Shad that tonight. I'm like, between keeping the fish alive over the harshest winter and bringing this back to life, that is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, that's enough to drain anybody, Kathleen. It's like, geez. So do you think if we have another winter like last year, though, will that plant make it?
No, probably not. Not unless I get it really strong. But she said we just hope for a mild winter next winter.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Because if not,
so we shall see.
Yeah. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's not try to think about that nastiness for right now.
I just wish it could be like autumn forever.
I know.
That's my favorite time of the year.
I know. I agree.
But we didn't get a chance to go through our gold.
Not yet.
Well, we did, but we didn't weigh it or anything yet.
Oh, okay. But I got you. I want to tell you that you did a great job directing that video. Awesome. Our director, Kathleen.
Do you guys like that?
It's freaking hilarious.
And nobody was going to do anything. We were just sitting around. I'm like, come on, let's do it. And then finally Dennis got on board, and we're like, okay.
You did a great job.
Dennis is the star of the show there, so
yeah,
he has to be on board.
I think the turkey was the star of the show because it read the script perfect.
The turkey.
Yeah, and the gobble at the
funniest part was when he came out of that porta-john, and then there was the turkey.
Yeah.
Perfect. He was on cue.
Yeah, Dennis was the star. Yep. Kathleen directed it. Shad produced
No animals were harmed during the making of this film.
You're right. That was an awesome job, though, Kathleen. Great idea doing that. It was a lot of fun.
I missed that turkey.
I did, too.
I felt so bad when we drove away, and there was nobody at the camp, and he's just sitting there.
WTF.
Yeah, he was really lonely.
You know what's going on.
Yeah.
Poor little guy.
Lonely little turkey bird now, so hopefully
he roosted on the wood pile the one night.
Hopefully he's doing okay. I'm sure he found him some new friends. Hopefully something.
He's like, I got to go back and eat like the rest of them now.
Yeah. But great job, Kathleen. That video is hilarious. If anybody hasn't seen it yet, check it out. It's great.
And Shad, of course, did his magical
producing skills.
He was our technical, whatever you call him.
He's our
it turned out real good.
Those technical people call him.
Technical guru is what Shad is. He's a producing genius. Our very own Shad Biffle, right, Kathleen? He nailed it. So good job to all you guys. Rich, Dennis, David, Carrie, John, everybody was in it. They even had their little peaks in there. Great job. You guys all nailed it. That was hilarious. Dennis, I'm nominating you for an Oscar.
You're getting an Oscar.
Well, the funny thing is one of the guys at work that I was showing the video to, he's watching the scene where I was panning, and then everybody jumped. He said, "Is that people down in holes?" I said, "Yes." I said,
people.
"See where
jumped out of the water."
Yeah, I said, "See where we're walking." I said, "That's how we started." And I said, and then we, everyone had their own little dredge hole. And he said, "Wow."
They're like hole people is what they are. The hole people.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Well, Kathleen, thank you very much for being here. You got some news for us tonight?
I do, but not as much.
Okay, not a lot happening.
Not a lot going on.
That's all right. It'll be a busier week next week, I'm sure. But
this week is busy. I don't want it to be busy.
No, I mean news-wise. Mining news-wise. Something will happen in one of these other countries, like always, and give you tons of news. So that's okay. You've been killing it. You deserve an easy week once in a while. Thank you, Kathleen, very much, and we look forward to the news tonight.
All right.
All right. Also joining us, we got the other half of the Biffles, Mr. Shad. Biffle's back there somewhere. How are you, Shad?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Mr. Producer of the Year with your super video and skills. Great job, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
Did you like it?
Oh, I thought it was hilarious. My favorite scene is with the porta-john, and then when Dennis runs out.
Yeah, the
porta-john. Then that turkey was there. That's the funniest part of the whole thing.
Every time I see it, I laugh.
I do too. It's just like when we play the music or when Dennis sings, we laugh. Same thing. It's just like a cue. It sets us off. Every time.
I had fun doing it.
It was fun. We have to do it again.
Yes. We'll think of other things.
Yep, we'll do another one like that. That was funny. But Shad, like I said, you just nailed it, brother. Good job, and pat yourself on the back for that one, buddy. Way to go. So what's happening, Shad? You ready for this event?
Yeah.
I'm
getting there.
You getting there?
I mean, we got a lot loaded up, but there's still on and in stuff to get together and double check. So,
gotcha.
Yeah,
don't forget.
Be ready tomorrow.
Okay, don't forget your metal detector.
I'll try.
I'm gonna keep reminding.
Don't forget your batteries.
And your batteries.
Yeah, because I will tell you this: you want to get your battery ahead of time, because the one gas station close by, the one year I thought I brought my detector, was like, crap, I need a battery. So I stopped there. I paid like $8 for one 9-volt.
Oh, yours takes 9-volt?
Yeah.
Don't bring none. I'll bring you like 30 of them.
Okay.
I got a box of them at work that we change the smoke detectors, every year. And the batteries are fine, but you have to change them. Okay? So we just save them. I got a 100 9-volt batteries sitting in a box that I can't reuse again. So we take them home and use them for, metal detectors, radios, whatever uses 9 volts nowadays. Not many things, but I'll bring you a bunch. I'll write myself.
You were just waiting for this moment.
What? Batteries?
Somebody needed a
9-volt battery.
Gave them away on the show yet.
Yeah. That's our next prize, a 9-volt battery. Good idea, Shad. Yeah, I'll bring you a bunch, okay?
Cool.
Yeah, I'll grab them tomorrow. I'm going to write myself a note right now, and I'll bring you a load of them.
Just don't forget to read the note, because then you'll forget to bring them.
You're right. I'm writing it right now.
So you need to write another note to tell you to read that note, to tell you to bring them.
Can I ask Siri to remind me?
I'm afraid of Siri.
I'm writing, bring 9-volt batteries to Shad. That's what I just wrote. There. Now, I will not forget. I'm going to put this note on my wallet so I take it to work with me. And I don't forget to put the batteries in my car. Got you covered, Shad. Don't worry. You'll never pay $9 for a battery again. You have a lifetime of 9-volt batteries. Awesome.
Sweet.
You're welcome.
I saw something funny on Facebook today.
What's that?
I saw swiftwater with hair.
Oh, that.
So I took the picture and I just posted it on GPS.
Oh, that's funny.
What was that from? 2010, I think I saw the date.
Am I with 2 kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my cousin's kids, and I can't remember when that was taken. But the oldest one just graduated last week.
Oh wow!
Yeah, wow.
So I mean,
that's some years, right?
Yeah, there's a couple in there.
Shad,
I think it's just when I started to lose my hair a little bit. You can still probably see the sunglass holder on the first part in the front.
I'm surprised you don't have a mullet.
He probably had that beforehand.
Did you ever have the mullet phase, Scott?
I think probably so for a little while.
Oh no.
That was like back in my teens maybe.
I don't even remember. I thought it was like the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, but back then everybody's rocking those things.
Yeah.
Didn't make it right.
Yeah, well, I know.
Right.
Get right.
Just because everybody did it, Scott, don't mean you have to too.
Who was it that posted the mullet was the the man bun?
Oh, that one, yeah.
It's like the millennial
it's
version of the
another
mullet.
thing.
Was that Jaron?
Yeah, I think so. It's another
That's
one of
probably
things.
that's probably true too.
Yeah. Oh gosh, Shad, you got your metal prices, brother?
I do.
Go ahead,
So,
take it away.
awesome. Well, as you know, this week from our Sunday show, gold dropped down, below 1,300.
Right.
However, after today, it went up $1. It's only once again at 1,298.
Oh.
But it's hopefully
closer.
moving back up in the right direction.
It is. It's closer.
Yeah. Silver up 20 cents
Ooh,
to
yeah.
$16.66. Platinum with a $5 gain up to 905.
Mm-hmm.
And then palladium up $25.
Dang, she's climbing.
$1,016.
You said Sunday it was doing good too. It's still
Yeah,
doing
it was
good.
at $900 on Sunday.
Yeah, that palladium, it's making.
I told you to
making
buy.
its run. That's right, but you are in no way a financial advisor and not getting. Awesome, Shad. Good job, man. But gold's $2 away, back to 13, and so we'll see what it does by Sunday again. See if it
That's
makes
right.
it. What about your birthdays? You got those?
Oh, I do, but I can't do them without a little song first.
Dennis, you ready to sing?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You got your throat all clear and everything?
Yeah, it's ready. I'm ready.
All right, take it away, Dennis.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
So
you.
wrong. It's
Happy
like a train wreck.
birthday to you.
Shad, I hope you're filming that.
Happy
No, I minimized
birthday to
Oh, my.
you.
Oh my!
Oh my God!
You sick man. You sick man.
Let's hear them birthdays, Shad.
All right, so today, June 6th, we have Andrew Olson, Bruce Roberts, Clint, Eric Schmidt, Gary, a.k.a. Grandpa Orlando, Gio Ormati, Gerald E. Floyd, Jim McBride, Karen, King Brown, Nick Nelson, Ray Schultz, Richard Royden, Tom Brohammer, and Wendell. And if there's anyone else, sorry. Tim still hasn't made the list
darn
longer.
it. Happy birthday.
Happy day.
I think
Happy
that
day.
list is long enough for you, Shad, ain't it? You want me to make it longer?
Can you make that longer?
Yeah, I can make it longer. I thought it was quite long enough for Shad. Good Lord.
I know. Well,
But we
some
don't wanna
days
let
it's just a
people
lot.
out.
No, I don't. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. I don't want to leave people out. I'll make it long. I'll make it to the max.
Make it to the max.
I'll set it to the
To
max
include
setting.
the world, everyone.
You got
But
it.
also, you know, June 6th, what the anniversary is, right?
It's D-Day.
That's right.
That's right. I remembered. Mm-hmm. Sure did.
1944.
1944. Wow. A lot of
Big
years
red
ago. Those
one.
were crazy times, wasn't it? Man, something else. Shad, thank you, brother.
You're welcome.
For everything. And thank you for being here, as always. Now we'll move along over to our West Coast connection. Yeah, but he's been hit and miss for a while, but we think he'll be here quite often now. He's got his schedule together. Mr. Scott Swiftwater. Tony, how are you, Scott?
Woo, doing good. Let me tell you what, it's hot.
Good.
It's still, I don't know, it's probably, it's got to be in the 98, 99 zone right now. It's
Ew.
still warm.
That's warm.
Sun's going down, you know, it's, so the breeze is coming in, but still, it's about like having a hairdryer blow across you.
Is it? Well, you do live in Arizona.
I know it.
Yeah.
I like it out here. It's
Yeah.
it's a good place to be, I think. But
Mhm.
I ain't having as much fun as you guys are. You're getting to dig gold and chase turkeys and stuff.
Well, you were
Yeah.
with us in spirit, so yeah.
I was open. But I'd like to. Like I said, I'd like to get that way sometime and actually be able to do something. But I mean, with my work schedule, it's kind of hard to do stuff like that.
Oh
but
yeah, we know.
it's kind of neat though that still see you guys out there and having fun and having other people joining you guys would be cool as well. Like I said, I don't know I didn't really catch what kind of event that was that you were going to.
No. Which one? The one where we did the video?
Yeah, with the turkey.
That was just a corporate retreat for us.
Okay. I didn't know if there was anybody else around or anything like that. Like I said, I've been doing so much stuff. I haven't had time to catch up on anything, but that's soon to change.
Uh-huh.
I got the new hours at work, and
Nice.
it suits me, and I'll be able to get on the show on time and get my homework done, and get prepared to do the segments that I wanted to be doing. It's going to work out a little better for me.
It's gonna work out
and
great. And you actually got a segment tonight, don't you?
yes, I
Very
do.
cool, see?
We're going to talk a little bit about gold pans. I know it sounds kind of real simple, but if you think about it in the way I do, people always ask me what kind of pan and what should I do and this and that, and I want to kind of go through that for like a little know-how on how I believe it should be done. Don't believe you should stick the biggest pan in a starter's hands that you possibly can. You'll wear them out and they'll never come back. So,
Right, true.
yeah, I'm going to talk about just different pans, what they move, the purposes that they're probably really just not only intended to, but what you can actually use them for and make it
Cool. Oh,
better.
good.
So,
Look-
yeah, it's going to
look
be cool.
forward to it. That'll be great. But you'll do that right after Kathleen's news, I'm sure, like always. And we look forward to that. That's going to be cool, man. And it's
Yeah.
good to have you here. And we hope, like you said, your schedule is cool now. We'll have you here every Wednesday because you are the West Coast connection of Prospector Radio. So
Yeah, I was actually going to try to do it last week, but I mean, I know Shannon come on, but I couldn't even make the show for that night neither because I was
Right.
busy. So,
I don't even. Kathleen really didn't even get to do her whole news. It was just, when Shannon calls in, it's like, we give it up to Shannon, give him the floor, so to speak, and
oh yeah,
we just work around him because that's fine. We always like to hear what Shannon's got to say and what's going on with Amra. So, we're big.
yeah, I can't wait to hear about his Alaska trip coming up.
Yeah, I know that's going to
something.
be cool. I can't wait to see some video and stuff from there and Jimbo.
Some nice gold.
Yeah, that's a little added extra that goes along with it.
Wait till you see old Jimbo. He's lost a lot of weight.
That's
He's
what
old slim
Shannon
and trim
said.
now.
Yeah, that's what Shannon said. He said,
No, buddy, he's slim and trim now.
that's cool. Way to go, Jimbo.
So we're gonna have to call him Slimbo, not
Slimbo,
Jimbo.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, he did pretty good job, and he's slimmed up quite a bit. I was really I haven't seen him lately, but the last time I seen him, I was like, "Wow, man! You're just like you can
Slim Jim.
Slim Jim.
Slim Jim. There you go.
Slim Jim Jimbo. That's cool.
But it's going to be exciting to see what they get. I'm kind of excited, you know.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing it all. They're going to have a blast, and we're happy for them, and maybe someday we'll all get down that way, and that would be the coolest. So Scott, thank you for being here, brother, as always.
You got it. It's always fun.
Looking forward to your segment here tonight, okay?
You got it.
All right, last but not least, our little buddy, the Indiana gold hunter himself, Dennis Dayton. How are you, Dennis?
Well, I'm doing really good. And speaking about Alaska trips, I have 8 more days before I leave for my Alaska trip.
You only got 8 more days?
8 days.
Oh,
yes.
Wow, that came up fast.
Yeah.
You're going to Alaska?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I've been talking about this for a while. I'm actually Caleb Bennington. I'm meeting him, and we're meeting up with Razor, and Razor's going to put us up at his house, and we're going to be there for
that's right. You lucky
8
dog.
days. So
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Razor's a cool guy, man. He's a fun dude. Yeah. I'd like to went up there myself. I'd like to get some of that beach sand, just eat it up with a 6-inch.
He just built that great big massive dredge. So the 3 of us, we're gonna be working like there's no tomorrow.
Dredging machines. Yeah, that just seemed like it just arrived quick. It just seemed like you were just saying, I'm going in 2 months, and now it's like I'm going in 8 days. Like,
yeah,
cow, Dennis.
And that's like me when Shannon said, yeah, the invite for next year. I'm like, I'm already going to start saving.
Yeah, smart move.
I'm going to start putting back because I am definitely, if it's a for sure thing, I'm definitely going.
Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Good idea. But, man, 8 days. 8
days, yep.
That's cool. Man, you're going to have a good time. We'll be thinking about you and hoping you're doing good down there, Dan.
Well, I mean, that's why, I didn't have to work the weekend, but the opportunity came up and ended up working 15 hours Saturday and 15 hours Sunday. I went at 8 o'clock in the morning and get off at 11 at night. So,
oh yeah, that makes sense.
Have a little extra spending money when I go to Alaska.
Yeah, that makes.
I needed it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, you'll have a good time and.
Oh yeah, you and Razor's hip with the same stick, so you're gonna be all right.
Yeah, they'll have a blast together, and I think you're just gonna be an experience for you, Dennis. I think it's gonna be something you'll remember. So.
Oh, I promise you it'll be something they'll remember.
Oh, I guarantee it'll be something they'll remember.
I promise you it'll be something they won't ever forget.
I guarantee that one. You are right there.
I'll tell you, the allure of that always got me because it's sand. You're not really. It's just how much sand can you move in that time period that you got.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I can't wait to see how good you do. And,
well, we're not only doing because you have so many hours when the tide goes out and then comes back in.
Right.
And I guess, like the sun's up, like, I don't know, almost forever during this time of the year there.
Like 22 hours, isn't it?
I don't know, but all I know is we're going to be going, when the tide comes back in, we're not done there. We're going to be hitting some other places. And,
oh, that's good. You're going to be a prospecting machine for the next week then, right?
Oh, my gosh, yeah. I so can't wait.
No, I bet you're excited.
I am.
Do a lot of videoing, get some pictures, post them, share them, send them to us. You know how you do.
Oh, they'll be Facebook Live. I don't know if I'm gonna do YouTube Live. I tried that. It didn't work out too well.
Nah. Now stick with your Facebook Live. That's you. That's you. That's what everybody knows you for. Facebook Live. So you got to do that. Okay. Don't be.
Oh yeah.
I mean it's gonna be cool though. We're happy for you, Dennis, and. Wish you was going to make it this weekend down to the faucet, but we understand. So,
oh yeah,
we're all going to miss you.
Just things coming up, saving a little bit of money. I'll be prospecting, but I just got to save some money, and I'm just not going to make it that far.
Right, we got you. We understand. But still, I mean, you'll be missed. Just so you know that. We always enjoy when you're around, brother.
Oh, yeah.
So,
But anyway,
you
I want to know, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm just tired. I'm fine, but I'm just tired. That's all.
Tired?
Yeah, just wore out. Rough week at work so far. So just wore out.
No.
Completely wore out.
Working a lot of hours or just staying busy?
Just working me to death at the same hours. It's just killing me.
It is. It's hard to change a light bulb, ain't it?
It is. It's rough. You know, it wears you down. It wears you down, Dennis. I'm telling you. Now you got the. Before I go to a quick break, you got a couple of your little stumpers for us, don't you?
Yeah. Let's see if you can stump the nubber.
Stump the nubber.
Thank you. My name for 23 years at work, everybody calls me Nub.
Okay, so stump the nubber.
Everybody's got a nickname at work. Mine for 23 years has been Nub. So, let's see if you can stump the nubber. Let's see if the nubber can stump you.
Okay. Let's get ready. Google
All right.
Dots. Go ahead.
Now, let's see if I can remember this right, because Shad had to help me out with this name.
Uh-oh.
I need to know, see if anybody else out there knows. Okay. What does tyrannophobia mean? What is tyrannophobia? That's one of my Snapple fun facts.
Okay. And you going to do the other one or after the break?
Well, we'll do tyrannophobia. What is that? And, oh, dang it. Kathleen actually helped me with this one, how to word it, and I forgot how to ask it. Kathleen?
Kathleen, help him again.
How many clicks to the mouse does it take to burn 1 calorie?
Right. There you go.
Yeah. Thank you, Kathleen.
Now let's... And
see, I got the brains behind all this stuff.
That's
hey, Kathleen.
You just got to know. You just got to know who to direct it to. All right, so what we're going to do is take a quick break from Amber, and that'll give them time to think. We'll be right back, everybody, in 1 moment.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men, and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
All right, everybody, we're back. Okay, Nubber. Let's
see here. Did anybody guess it? Any guesses?
I don't see none. I don't think they could spell it to Google it. So.
Okay, well, this is Snapple Real Fact number 1404. Tyrannophobia is the fear of being tickled by feathers.
Nobody.
Okay. And Snapple Real Fact number 1347. Clicking your computer mouse 1,400 times burns 1 calorie.
1 calorie. I burn about 1 calorie a week. At least.
So nobody. I stumped them. So
You stumped
the nub.
Stump the Nub is the winner tonight. There, Nub. Good job. You super stumped them.
I probably have 1,400 clicks on the mouse a day.
Oh, I bet you do. Yeah, I bet you do.
All I do is sit in front of a computer.
Yeah, right. So I guarantee you do. Click, 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 click. Oh, that probably makes you crazy. Click, 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 click. All right.
Gee, I should be all skinny.
You're gonna dwindle up and blow away, Kathleen, if you keep clicking that.
I know.
Mouse. Awesome. All right, it's time for.
It is time for Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. Mining news from around the globe, metal detecting, dredging, entertainment news, and fun facts as well. Here's Kathleen.
All right, everyone. June 6th. I'll start off with a story. This was reported in Boulder, Colorado, and somebody sent me the link, and thank you, Jaron.
Oh, cool.
So a man visiting from Egypt, he found $10,000 in gold coins in a suitcase that he bought at a thrift store. And instead of keeping it, he spent an entire week tracking down the coin's original owners. So Ahmed Mohammed Fahmy Youssef, he was visiting the University of Colorado, Boulder. Mm-hmm. He was a visiting faculty member. So when he was getting ready for his trip home, he needed another suitcase. So he went to the thrift store and he got one. But he noticed that the suitcase was acting kind of weird when you opened it. So when he opened it up, he found in the lining pocket where there's an envelope, and they had $10,000 in gold coins inside. Wow. So
wow.
He said he followed his ethics. He spent the entire week trying to locate the owner, and then he came across the name of James Noble on the envelope, mm-hmm. and an old address that was written on it. And then he did a little bit more asking around and finally found Forrest Noble, who is the son of James Noble. Forrest lives in Boulder. Mm-hmm. His father had passed away 4 years ago, and Forrest Noble, when this guy called him up, he thought it was a scam.
Oh, wow. I bet.
But when he asked to meet him in person, he was like, okay, that's a little different. So, after they met, he asked Noble some questions, and he pretty much, said, when his father passed away, they donated all his stuff to the thrift store, and that's how it got there. So he returned the coins to him.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yes. And
wow.
The story, it goes on, and he just wanted, I guess it ends with, he just wanted everybody, or hoped that everybody can change their perspective on people who practice Islam and the people from the Middle East. So he's excited that this was a positive message to send out. It's a really good one.
Yeah, it was.
But he said, hey, if he didn't find the owner while he was in there, he would have continued his search in Egypt. Of course, it would have been more difficult.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But he was really,
That's cool, though, actually.
Curious about it. Yeah, I thought that was a neat story, but I think there's just more that could be said to it. Like, I guess I would want to know, like, what that guy was doing with the coins.
Right.
Where he felt he had to hide it in a suitcase.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how did this guy who found it, how did he know it was worth that much? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find out another story.
Right. Never know.
And thanks again, Jaron, for sending me that link.
Yes, great job.
All right. Michigan has given a Canadian mining company the final go-ahead to construct a controversial open-pit mine next to a major river along the state's border with Wisconsin. The Michigan Department of Environmental Quality issued a conditional final permit for the proposed Back 40 mine. It's going to be about 28 miles southeast of Iron Mountain. The mining company is Aquila Resources. They will construct this mining operation on a portion of wetlands. This is a Toronto-based company. This company has to provide the DEQ with plans to model, monitor, and prevent any potential damages. So once the plans are approved by the DEQ, Aquila can begin their construction. They're hoping to tap the mineral-rich Pinoquine volcanic belts.
Huh? In Michigan?
The Pinoquine. I don't know.
Okay.
Pinoquine.
Okay.
Aquila expects to pull 532,000 ounces of gold out. Wow. 721 million pounds of zinc.
That's nice.
74 million pounds of copper. Wow. 4.6 million ounces of silver and 21 million pounds of lead from this mine. I guess a total cost of $261 million.
Wow. I was going to say, I think somebody's all in on that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Makes sense.
It's going to impact about 17 acres of wetlands.
Mm-hmm.
So the DEQ is estimating that amount. But the mining company has to mitigate this loss with at least 28.4 acres of, I guess, like compensation is. I guess they do what, land trades.
Right.
Yeah, you buy land somewhere else where we can transport everything,
Exactly.
and it will let you do it. It's
Turn that into a preservation or whatever.
Gotcha.
I think Nova Scotia does that too, which it's a good compromise.
It is.
So that's the conditions, and this mining company only plans to mine this mine for 7 years.
Wow, dang!
They're going to be busy.
They're going to be really busy. Holy cow! Dang!
All right, so I'll go to
really
global
big.
news.
Okay, go ahead, Kathleen.
All right, so in global news, Finland. Don't really hear about them very much, but they are actually becoming a world-class gold mining country, and it's happening quietly. It's not historically considered a major gold mine area, but Finland has become the European Union's top producer of gold just over the last decade. Much of the mining activity is really taken place just recently. They say political stability, favorable policies, and a high potential for big payoffs have led mining companies in from around the world. Exploration in Finland began actually in 1868. Centuries later, kind of around the same time that we were finding gold here. Mm-hmm. Centuries later, many of the European neighbors had come in, but they weren't really looking for gold. Gold was like secondary in the place of like other base metals. So, there's a lot of unexplored areas for gold mining opportunities.
Obviously.
And over the past decade, this has changed a lot. So they said that mining production has doubled over the past 10 years. And they say that this is largely due to, Finland is considered a stable country, right? Mm-hmm. They have a strong rule of law with very little government corruption. And there you go. Very little government corruption.
Very little.
Which means a much safer bet for mining companies to invest millions in properties and exploration programs in the country. With a corporate tax rate of just 20%, Finland's government is very friendly to mining companies. The country's regulatory framework is also transparent and very easy to navigate. So the Finns are working very hard to make sure that permitting is obviously strictly managed, but not unrealistically withheld.
Yeah.
So
I call that overmanaged.
Yeah, unrealistic withheld. So I think that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. So it has the potential to really take off.
Pretty cool.
Don't really hear about them very much.
You don't hear much about Finland.
No, you don't.
They kind of just lay low, I think. Mm-hmm. Smart.
You hear about them in the Olympics?
Yeah, well,
yeah, I know. They are really good.
Sledding.
All right, synthetic diamonds. I didn't know if you knew there was such a thing, but evidently telling the difference between these lab-made carbon chunks and carbon chunks that actually come from the ground, you really can't do that without very expensive equipment.
Okay.
So rather than beat them, De Beers.
The beers.
Diamonds are
that diamond company, right?
Diamonds are forever.
All right. So anyway, De Beers has decided to join the ranks and sell them. So this is the first time in their 130-year history. They, were a big advocate against these man-made stones, but evidently they have a brand now called Lightbox. They will offer synthetic diamonds at a fraction of the price it charges for stones, or for actual stones. De Beers framed the move as a response to consumer demands. Lightbox will offer consumers a lab-grown product that may not be forever, but is perfect for right now. That is De Beers CEO Bruce Cleaver, as he is quoted saying.
That's a good sales.
If they're still made with the carbon and the same pressure that creates a diamond,
it should be forever.
That's them just being jerks, I think.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like, they have a certain standard, but it's crazy. But they've always been a critic of those synthetic diamonds.
Yeah,
they vowed never to sell them, actually, and
that didn't take long.
No.
I know.
They jumped right on that bandwagon, didn't they?
Well, the real ones are getting harder to get because of all the rules, regulations, who mines them and stuff like that.
Well, that and the majority of the diamonds that have been mined are being stored by De Beers and a couple other major companies, never to hit the streets.
Right.
That company, they spent a lot of money trying to develop machines to spot lab-grown diamonds. Really? I mean, that's how, on the warpath they were. So rather than beat them, they decided to join them.
Yeah, can't beat them, join them.
Oh, boy.
Their marketing line is affordable fashion jewelry that may not be forever. So after all, one chunk of carbon is much like the other.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to turn it over.
Some of the coal's not like the other.
Yeah. And they're just as beautiful, and affordable. Hey. Yeah. All right, so I will turn this over to Shad for some, what is it we call it? Isn't
it like events with Shad?
Local events of interest.
Leftovers from Kathleen.
All right, Peanut Gallery, shut up.
Get away.
So here, as you know, real quick East Coast stuff. We have the Fossick with the Buckeye chapter this weekend. Most of the crew will be there, so please come on out. Woo. Then you have the Indiana Gold Fest on the 15th and 17th of June. Contact Thomas Folks for more details or go to the events section on Gold Prospectors Space. Get the address, all the details you need. Mm-hmm. So, here's one that's actually going on in Oregon right now. Treasure is buried somewhere around Portland, and the hunt is on to find it. The Rose Festival Treasure Hunt, where people will follow clues to find a hidden medallion for prizes, is back again. The clues will appear daily by 6 a.m., and you can go to www.oregonlive.com/Rosefest. And it's for 14 days between May 27th and June 9th. So you're pretty much screwed if you haven't been a part of this by now.
Yeah.
But the day of the big grand floral parade is on June 9th. And readers can also sign up for Daily Treasure Hunt newsletter to get more information. Now, these clues will lead to a small metal case with a 2.5-inch by 3-inch block of lucite. Was that how you say it? Lucite, yeah. With a special Rose Festival medallion embedded in it. And it's hidden somewhere in the Portland metro area on public property and within easy reach. So I guess you don't need your shovels.
Probably not.
I know where it's at.
Oh, yeah. Here's the next thing. Treasure hunters need not dig or move any objects to find it. Quick, get the excavator.
Yeah, I guess they figured
I know the boxes here.
The medallions may be hidden in Multnomah, Clackamas, and Clark, Washington, or Yamhill counties.
Wow.
I guess if you're in the Portland area, you know those counties.
Yeah.
So
I think you've butchered it so much. Probably not.
So here's the thing, and I'm wondering if people already found the first hunter to find one will win $1,000 in a one-night stay and dinner buffet for two at the Spirit Mountain Casino, which you can use your $1,000 to gamble with.
That's
cool. There you go.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
It is a local event of interest.
It is.
Yeah. But if you are the clever finder, you need to return it right away to the Portland Rose Festival office at 1020 Southwest NATO Parkway in Portland. If after hours, call the number inscribed on the medallion to report the find. Also in Oregon, though, this weekend is the Southern Oregon Golden Treasure Show at the Douglas County Fairgrounds. So that's running this Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And this is also located in our events section. It's in the town of Roseburg. Nick Gall, fellow crony and everything, has posted all the details there. So please check it out if you're in the area.
Is it in the same town as that hunt?
No, because it's not listed. I would have been able to pronounce Douglas County easier.
Isn't it the Rose something festival?
Roseburg.
Roseburg.
This is the festival is, what is it? The Rose Fest.
Oh.
Totally different.
Roseburg.
Is it the
Totally different.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely check it out if you're in the area. It looks like a good time. It's the 14th annual Southern Oregon Golden Treasure Show. So sounds like a big deal.
Yes, it does.
Tons of vendors.
Yeah,
good
Nick
time.
said that's a lot farther south.
I was going to say, golden treasure is always a good thing.
Heck yeah, it is. All right, so got two more for you here. In Western Nevada, June 19th at the Alta Sierra Country Club, Women of the Gold Rush will feature historic vintage fashions from the Gold Rush era. The Nevada County Republican Women Federated Luncheon and Fashion Show will be at 11:30 a.m. The show honors the memory of Anna Maria Sauer, a dedicated NCRWF member who had a flair for fashion and contributed to the success of previous fashion shows. So if you want to see what the women of the Gold Rush wore, you may want to go there. Be sure to make a reservation for the June fashion show. Or call Judy.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, Kathleen found that one.
You're welcome, Shad, for letting me
help with
that off there on the teleprompter for you.
Hey, I read it if it's there. But one other thing here, of course, don't forget the December 1st, the IRMRA annual dinner is there, which is down in the events page. But the new 49ers, Armadillo Mining, Dog Rock Enterprises will present a memorial fun-filled weekend running July 6th and 7th to the 8th. And it's in memory of Ray Coons, Myrna Carnes, and Gary Wright, big people that were a part of the 49ers and longtime members who passed away. But this is open to the whole community, and you can bring your whole family for the weekend for some great summer activities that include mining, metal detecting, rafting, hiking, a coin hut, and, of course, a barbecue. So
where's this?
This is... It's... You have to contact the 49ers. They didn't give an address on this.
Oh, okay.
That I thought. But they also have a video I saw that I can share the link to. But you can contact the new 49ers at the new 49ers at gold.com. But it's around the Happy Camp, California area.
I say California.
It's not a membership deal, right?
No, this is open to the public. So it's one of the few events they have that's open to everybody.
Oh, that's cool.
So like on Friday the 6th, they'll have mining lectures and demonstrations, a hot dog and hamburger lunch fundraiser, rafting and hiking through associated businesses. On Saturday, they'll feature another big seminar But the Sunday the 8th, the final day, is where a lot of the festivities happen. You have a coin hunt at 11 a.m. They have a $5 entry fee. And then they have the barbecue at 1 p.m., also a $5 a plate. But, hey, that's a lot cheaper than Swifty's barbecue, I'll tell you that. But, yeah, they'll have panning competitions, dime toss games, tons of kids' activities, live music. So, pretty cool thing.
Nice.
I know they're a big club out there in California with a lot of great properties. I know they're Shannon Poe and Amra shared this, so definitely check them out if you're in the area.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds like another fun event. All of them do, actually. All sound good, Chad. Got any more? Was that all of them?
No, that's all. The teleprompter went blank, so I guess I'll kick it back to Kathleen for her little fun facts.
There you go. Is it funny?
Thank you, Shad.
Good job, Kathleen, giving that to him.
All right. So tonight's fun fact. Oh, there's a little bit more thrown in there, but since we were talking about Finland, I thought that I would give you do some research on it because I thought that was interesting, and I came across some interesting tidbits.
All right.
Obviously, one, I never knew Finland was a gold-rich area. Not a lot of people know that the frozen tundra of northern Finland has its own gold as well. But did you know that the Finnish Lapland is considered the land of the myths, legends, much of which is centered on their gold fields, and they have some of the world's purest gold.
Wow.
So, anyway.
Yeah. And under how much ice?
Yeah. Well, gold that's in and around, okay, I'm going to probably butcher these names, but around the Lemmenjoki and the Ivalajoki rivers.
That sounds right.
Okay.
It sounded perfect.
Maybe I should do it with the accent.
Go ahead.
Anyway, the rivers flow into Lake Inari, and it's the most legendary river of the Lapland area. This is where the gold rush for Finland began, and it began in 1868. And it started with a state-funded exhibition to find gold, and it was rumored to be located in the Lapland area. And this was after a Norwegian geologist conducted a survey of the area and reported finding gold. The leader of the exhibition, his name was Johan Conrad Lear.
You know it was.
Yeah. Had to be.
Anyway, he became the head of the mint for Finland.
Oh, okay.
But he discovered gold in this area, and by the next summer, the area was flooded with miners. The peak of the Finnish gold rush lasted for 3 summers. Finland at the time was still under Russian control at the time, so Tsar Alexander II, he passed a gold prospecting statute in hopes that the new gold deposits would help ease their extreme poverty at the time. The new statute meant that any citizen could mine for gold. So thousands of people moved from all across the Russian Empire into this area, and that area suffered a famine at the same time. So
shocker.
Yeah.
Weird.
Shocker.
Well, the gold rush only lasted a few years.
Mm-hmm.
All the government buildings that they had built for this, they turned them over to scientists who started studying the aurora borealis, as we know them as the northern lights. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of interesting. Anyway, the largest nuggets have been found in this area. The largest nuggets for Finland, that is. It includes the largest nugget ever found, which was panned. They panned and found a nugget this big. It was in the Ludo River in 1935 by prospector Everett Kivanini, and it weighed 13.9 ounces.
Okay, so how do you...
Come on.
You're panning that?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you see that in the pan before
I know,
you
they
even
didn't
did
make any
anything?
sense.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you see that in the shovel?
You would think, yeah.
What kind of pan
Or
was
on
he
the ground?
using?
He must have had one of those jumbo size, Joe Cooper size pans that are like 12 foot wide or something.
No, he had the Garrett Super Juice.
He tripped over the nugget.
That is just crazy.
I know, right?
I'd see a 13-ounce nut. What's a rock that big doing in your pan anyway?
In a shiny yellow rock.
You know, he might have found it
melted out of a block of ice.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's like this. He might have found it panning, but he didn't find it in his pan.
No, I think he tripped over it.
He was panning and was kicking a rock.
He might have tripped over it on the ground.
That's why I said he tripped.
Well, out panning. That's what they should have said.
Well, you imagine all the sediment and rocks into your pan anyway, and you're not, a 13-ounce rock. That's pretty good sized.
Yeah, it is.
So you usually throw them out. You pick that thing up, extra 13 ounces. You're like, oh man, that's gonna be a heavy pan.
Exactly.
I can't believe it.
Well, this one seems more realistic. In 2008, someone found a nugget that was 4 ounces.
That's more realistic.
Wow.
Okay, that's more realistic. I give you
that is.
Hey,
I
that
said
sounds
it
like
was
somebody
a
shoveling.
legends and myths, so it could be a legend. Who knows?
Gotcha. Right.
However, here's a legend for you for that area. It's considered the area a little bit north of Lapland, where all this gold is happening. It's considered the home of Santa Claus.
There you go. Santa Claus is Norwegian.
Okay.
Santa Claus is not in North Pole, Alaska. It's a
lie. I've been lied to.
It's in north of Lapland.
Dang.
I knew it.
In Finland. So
that's
sorry,
why
guys.
he never wrote back, kids.
Yeah, you had his address wrong.
He screwed it all up.
North Pole, Alaska is his summer home.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, the gold in this area is always slightly above average due to its 95% degree of purity. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. In Finland, gold deposits occur within what's known as greenstone belts. Also in this belt is cobalt, copper, and nickel. So these greenstone belts, evidently, you can find them all over the world. Mm-hmm. They were formed in the Achaean age.
That sounds good. Yeah.
But anyway, they're considered to contain most of the gold.
I'll be darned.
So some of the well-known areas, and it's got to be true because they're located in Canada, Southern Africa, and Australia, in addition to Finland.
Have to look that up.
And Antarctica. You can find
the Achaean belt. Okay.
It's called the Greenstone Belt.
Greenstone belt. Okay. Something to look up there.
And they call it that because of the minerals in the rocks are green. They look green, so that's why they call it.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So anyway, the Greenstone Belts, one of the famous ones is in Western Australia. This would be, is it Carlorleys?
Sounds right.
Sounds good enough. We'll take it.
Okay, that's in Australia.
Good day, mate.
Hey, does it say, is there any price on the stones, what they typically go for, or what?
What, you mean in the gold? It's
no,
gold.
Yeah.
No, that's just the rock
that
they're found. The gold's found in.
Oh, it's in the greenstone. Okay.
Yeah, so they don't go for nothing.
It's the greenstone belts, and I guess it's really expensive to extract it. But when you find it, when you do, it's like 95%.
That's awesome.
It's probably because the rock is like hard.
It's been frozen.
Yeah, frozen.
So, in Finland, you can still gold pan. It's totally legal. They say that there's a lot of old treasure, too, to find there, and I'm sure there is.
I bet.
So, anyway, that is a little bit of fun facts from Finland.
Very cool.
I did learn something new looking at that, so.
That's cool. I say let's get Razor on his new dredge, and we'll all go across the Atlantic on it.
Uh-huh.
And, Dredge Finland.
Dredge Finland.
All I can say is have fun.
Sounds like a plan. Well, great segment, Kathleen. Way to go.
Yep, good job,
Finland
Chad and
Fun
Kathleen.
Facts. And on that
Thank
note, now we're going to kick it over to Mr. West Coast himself.
And now it is time for In the Goldfields with Scott Swiftwater Toney. Join Scott each week as he shares useful information to help you find and recover more gold. Here's Swiftwater.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you.
All right. What I was wanting to talk about tonight, and I've had a couple people that they actually, through conversation, found out that I dig gold in my little barbecue shop here. Can't stop smoking. And they always want to know how would they get into it. And I always tell them, gold pan is your first thing. If you do not know how to pan, looking for gold is kind of futile. That's just the first things you learn. But then they started asking about what size and kind of pans, because they've seen, through the gold shows and different stuff like that, they've seen different things, different kind of pans, and they want to know what was best for them. Mm-hmm. So I've come to a conclusion where I like to put gold pans into like 3 different perspectives. Mm-hmm. There's going to be the gold pan that moves a lot of dirt. There's going to be the gold pan that moves, I'd say, middle, semi, a lot of dirt, but not a lot. It's something that you could give to a beginner, but you really wouldn't want to throw it in their hands just yet. Right. And then you have what I call the beginner pans and the novelty pans as well. Okay. And that's anything. When I say novelty pan, I mean anything kind of a little bit different from your basic round pan, because, that's been around for years. Right. But, thanks to, science and the way things are done and the stuff we've realized, gold pans, which I call the oddity pans, things just different. They still catch gold. They still do a great job. And some of them are really, really good. And I've actually tried some out myself. Mm-hmm. But I think when it comes to moving a lot of dirt, now, if you want to be what I call a gold pan prospector, in which there are quite a bit of us out there, that's what we do. If we got spare time, we'll go walk up a creek. If you want to move a lot of dirt, like you want to be digging all day and just constantly moving it, I would say, the pans you'd be looking at would be like the pyramid pan, the gold hog pan, something that holds a half bucket of concentrated materials. Gotcha. Because that, like I said, if you concentrate your stuff down to say like an 8 mesh, you're almost going to get 4 buckets into that 1 bucket of concentrates. So every bucket that you run, you more or less did 8 buckets. That's how I got the math in my head. Okay. That's how I go by it. Okay. But then, you could move a lot of dirt through the day with those bigger pans. Mm-hmm. Now, if you were going to go out, say, for maybe a weekender, or a little bit better than a weekender. Somebody probably goes every weekend. That's where you're going to be looking at your pretty much like your Garrett's pans and Keen pans and things like that. Now, the super sluice, I still put that in the category of a big dirt moving pan. Okay. Because in the right hands, that thing, it does hold a lot. Now, it doesn't have a pyramid shape or a different shape. It's a pan, but it's a big pan. Mm-hmm. And it's got 2 nice big riffles in it. And if people that know how to work that particular pan really good can move a lot of dirt really quick with it. Gotcha. But I always look like the 12-inch pans, the basic 12-inch pans, 4 riffle. Those are the kind of pans that I would probably be the first one to put in a beginner's hand, depending on size. If you get somebody from like 13 on down, you might move down into a 10-inch pan, just strictly because if the arms get tired, they get wore out, they're going to get bummed, and they're just going to, they're going to take more breaks more often, which decreases the chance on finding gold. And that's the purpose of being out there, is you want to find it. But you do have to move the dirt to find it. Mm-hmm. But I would say switch down to a smaller pan like that, the 10-inch pan, because it just makes it easier on the forearms for somebody that's not a gold panner per se. You know, they're just getting into it, but they want to have fun with everybody else. Right. You know, everybody else can sit there and swing a pan for 3 hours and not worry about it, and after an hour, they're hurting.
Sure.
So I would say that, and then the third one you get, and I'd say it's like finished pans and your novelty pans, and then our novelty pans are going to be anything that's just different from the basic round thing. And there's a lot of pans out there, and you know, there's a lot of pans that really work. There's a lot of pans that really don't function well with the mindset that we have as, you know, gold panners. Mm-hmm. But if you feel like you need to give one a try, definitely give it a try, because some of them really work good for people that can't actually pan with a round pan that good. Mm-hmm. And to venture in to find something that fits how, like, say you set on a chair in the water and pan, or set on a rock. You know, there's just certain ways that people set, and not always is a round gold pan the perfect pan.
Right.
You know, you might need something a little bit longer, a little bit square. You got all kinds of banjo pan. You know, a little bit like that. It's got the extra ketchum in it. You know, that's the thing. That's the things I get off this. I call them the oddball pans. Right. But you know, no offense to any of the companies or anybody that makes them. I'm just saying they're just not the typical thing that you see in the creeks or on TV and stuff like that. Right. But they do work, because I have seen them and I have used some of them. Mm-hmm. And then you got, like you said, your finished pans will be with that. And when I say finished pans, these are going to be the ones that, like I said, it made me laugh, because this person actually came in and showed me a little gold pan, and I was like, well, it is a gold pan, but there's, you know, the bottom was only like an inch and a half wide. I was like, it's little bitty. Wow. It had to be probably a 4-inch pan altogether. Oh, wow. It was fun. I was laughing. I'm like, I don't think that's what you want to go with.
No.
But you have those little pans for finishing, and then you also have the pans with no riffles. Now, the ones that do have riffles, you can use those exactly how you do with any other pan, and you could get a hang of it. And it takes a little technique, because the pan's smaller. Mm-hmm. So that means when you flip your wrist, you're actually flipping a little harder than what you're used to with the big pan, because you're not catching that much water. It's not giving that much pushback to your wrist. So you got to watch that when you start doing it, because you'll move too far forward and throw half of it out of your pan on accident.
Right.
So you always want to pay attention for that. But yeah, those pans, and like I said, the ones with the no riffles in it, I prefer, and believe it or not, to use the pans with no riffles in it with dry gold.
Okay.
I just find that when you have dry gold and you do you bounce there's a technique where you bounce it on the side of your hand. Mm-hmm. It just seems like the gold and the black sands will separate a lot better. Right. With it being that way. And then you could sweep it down and then sweep it over into a paper and then put it into your vial. And it also works wet. I mean, if people take razor, like where Dennis is going, that gold there, if you want a pan, in my opinion, you want a pan with no riffles, and then you want to bounce that to the side and then snuffer it up, bounce it to the side, snuffer it up, and then that'll leave a little bit left in his black sands, which he can get that out at a later date. But for the most part, his gold will be about 96% clean.
Gotcha.
So, and I think
good luck
those.
With that.
Yeah. No, I mean that's how we've cleaned. I've cleaned gold. I don't know how many years like that, and
not razor's gold.
Oh, it's fine stuff where we've been finding. I mean,
but you never did. Did you ever do razor's gold?
No, I haven't yet.
Then you don't have a clue.
Baby powder.
Yeah, this stuff is, I mean, not saying anything bad, but it is very, very challenging, because the polarity of the gold is a lot less, and it moves different than regular gold in the pan. It likes to hug that black sand. That black sand is so small with that so small gold, it is very difficult to get it separated from it no matter how you shake it. You know what I mean? It's very challenging, Scott. I mean,
Scott needs to try some of that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I mean, it'll make you a little frustrated. I'll tell you.
It'll make you crazy, Rich. Just say it.
Because I took it to the outings and showed a bunch of people, Scott, and they're like, "That's unbelievable." You know, you just can't work that like you usually work. You have to do it at a different way. The easiest way to do it is like a half teaspoon at a time, because that material is just so fun, and you got that black sand that just likes to hug that gold, and it's very difficult, buddy. I mean, you get it, you just keep at it, and you'll get it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're working with fine gold in the first place, if you're putting any more than a teaspoon, you're really pushing it, because it's technically, you got to get that stuff broke apart, and that's the main thing. You got to have it break itself apart.
Yeah.
And usually don't they call the pans without the riffles, aren't they called a falcon pan? Is that what they're called?
You know, I can't remember, but I'm
pretty sure.
Ben, usually, like I said, I've worked with Ben for, like, I don't know, 5 years now or something like that, but he gets a pan, it's like a baby robin egg blue, and it's smooth all around the edges, and just for us to get down to the finals to break away that black sand from the gold, that pan's like phenomenal. And it's
they're called falcon pans. Lou had one when we was down in Alabama, and I liked that one. That was excellent.
They're real slick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not supposed to rough it up or anything. I was like, well, that's surprising. No. I mean, I guess if you're using blacks, if you got the black sands in there with the gold and you're ruffling it back and forth, that's kind of like scouring it after a while. You use it 3, 4, 5 times.
Yeah, but I like them pads. You're right. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I love them. Like I said, I love them for cleanup. It just seems to be one of the biggest advantages in my cleanup that I use, because, I take out the really important stuff, and then I let her work that final stuff. she likes to set
stuff, huh?
yeah, she likes to tap that stuff to the side and see that gold line come out. She'll sit there and tap that thing for about 10 minutes watching TV, American Idol or one of those shows, and she'll get it out.
Just patting the pan.
That's right. But like I said, I always, like I said, and if you guys have any points, I'd like to hear them too. But when it comes down to it, that's what I think. You got the production pans, you got what I'd say your average pans are. But for a beginner, you're going to get tired with them, so I would go with a 10-inch pan just for a beginner. Do it for a couple weekends, get the muscles, get the technique down, and then maybe go up from there to and use that. And then, like I said, then you have your different pans that they're not typically round. Like I said, different shapes, sizes, forms might fit how you set, how you are in the creek at different times, what the water is doing. So check into those different things and see if any of them benefit you better than what a round pan would.
True.
You'll always experiment with it. I mean, that's what gold.
Most of the time, the best pan or your favorite pan is almost the first pan you use most of the time.
Seems like it, don't it? Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, it does seem that way.
I
don't know why, but you're right.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've noticed that with a lot of people, because I've asked them, hey, what's your best pan? Was that your first pan? They're like, yeah, I do know. It's like, huh? I did the same thing.
Me too.
I like an 1849 gold pan. That's my favorite pan. It's an 11-inch wide bottom. You got a lot of area to work.
I still want to try
but
big old metal
that's what I like, I
want to try a big old metal pan one of these days.
Oh, man, they're rough, dude.
I've never done one. I want to try one. Then I can say...
You got to remember, back in them days, they were finding pieces the size of your fingernail.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the metal pan, that was like ideal, like just running gun all day long up the creek.
Sure.
And like I said, they got other pans like the Oddity. Well, you take the Gold Call. That's a speed pan to me.
Sure.
You can run and gun with that all day long as well. I mean, it's a fun pan, but it's different. A lot of people say, I don't look right, but as soon as you see it work, okay.
Yeah, it works. Like you said, science has changed when it comes.
You ain't a joking.
And it's creating opportunities for different styles of pans. So, that's what it's about, I guess.
I'm waiting for somebody to start redoing the dredge or redoing. There's got to be something that somebody's got in their head that they're really putting a lot of effort into, and we haven't heard about yet. And I can't wait to see the difference.
It'll be something cool. That'll be weird.
They'll come up with something more green or green safe or something. It'll be something different.
Yeah, it'll separate everything. All it'll leave you with is just the gold. No black sands. No.
Right.
Nothing. Just gold.
It'll be the convertible dredge.
Yeah.
Dredge that you can make from a 4-inch. Then you can make it into a 2.5.
A transformer.
Like a transformer.
Transformer.
Yeah. Optimus dredge. Yeah.
Optimus Dredge.
Stretch.
Yeah.
That would be
It'll
a good one.
automatically separate the gold out for you and
Yes,
put it in
it
a
will.
vial
Yeah.
There you go.
and discharge everything else back into the hole you were just in.
Of course, it'll fill in your.
Environmentally sound, right?
Yeah. That's it. It's coming. I see it. It's going to happen.
Well, like I said, I think the dredges. You know what?
Something's coming.
That's how they take the fish out of the what do you call it? Where they grow them and they put it back in the wild.
Hatchery.
They suck them. Yeah, they suck them
Yeah.
out with a dredge.
Yep.
It's the same thing.
There's something. There's a piece of equipment out there that is totally awesome that hasn't been built yet. So it's coming.
That's true.
That's the way I see it. You know?
Science.
Very cool, Scott. Is that it, brother?
Hey, you know
Excuse
what?
me.
That's all I got, and I hope it helped out a little bit for anybody that were thinking about it or had any things. You know,
that was a good segment, Scott.
That was.
I've advertised the show, a little bit at Can't Stop Smoking. So, and I hope I got new listeners that are listening, tonight and stuff like that. So,
Very
yeah,
cool.
it's actually good to be back and be on time, which was a
It's
bonus,
good to have
thank
you back
goodness.
and being on time.
Buddy.
We appreciate.
So, what's your favorite pan, Scott?
Yep. What's Scott?
I gotta say, my favorite pan, if I was going to go out, it depends on what I was doing. If I was actually going to sit there and pan all day, I would probably have a round pan, but I would also have a gold call too.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of like. I can't wait till they come out with the bigger version because it'll be more for a person that when I go out, I like to move a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then if I'm going to move a lot of dirt, though, I kind of like the Pyramid Pro-Pan from Fosker. He does a good job with it, and heck, she even uses it. She likes it too. It's just you bend over, you get the technique down, and it works pretty good. You got the science in your head that gold's going to go down.
Is that the oblong one?
It's kind of a it's
kind of round on the end or something?
Yeah, it's got a plug on the very bottom. It's kind of a pyramid one.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've seen
And
that before.
It's a pretty cool pan, but it moves it moves a lot of dirt too. You can do like a half.
It's kind of like the flow pan then, like Doc's kind of.
Yeah, something similar like that.
Sort of similar. Yeah, sort of
yeah,
similar.
but like I said, they move both those pans. It's like a half bucket at a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you move.
So if you're really out to go like I'm going to get the gold, that's going to be the one you really want. Or Garrett Super Sleuths, because like I said, in the right hands of somebody that already knows how to run a pan and has their arm strength up because they've used a pan, for a brief period of time or more than. Yeah, Garrett, you can really move a lot of dirt too because we all know, you shake it, boom, gold goes down to the bottom, and then after that, it's just getting rid of it, not losing the gold in the bottom. So
Garrett Super Sleuth is way too heavy for me. It's not friendly to small hands.
Right.
No, it's not. Like I said, you have to build yourself. That pan, like I said, that pan is a good girthy pan.
Mm-hmm.
I use it to collect the dredge junk that I dredge from. I always have that pan sitting next to me, so I can put, my the metal and my pretty rocks that I find while I'm dredging.
I'll vouch for that. I see it every time she's out.
Yep.
And
my orange mallet goes on top.
Her mallet in that damn pan. It's always sitting there with junk in it.
No
but
doubt.
My favorite pan is the Garrett Gold Trap.
Okay.
I love that
good
pan.
Choice.
The Gold Trap.
The Gold Trap. Have you seen it?
I'm trying to think.
It's got like the bottom of the pan is a little off center.
Right.
So it just makes it just cleans up so much quicker.
Yeah.
For me anyway.
See, that's what I mean. There's a little bit difference, and it works for you in the way that you do things. So that's why I said you got to look. You just can't go, oh, I just want a gold pan. I mean, you can, but if you're really wanting to get into it and you really are interested in it for a hobby and stuff like that, you're going to go look for that one that suits you best the way you want to do things.
Maybe even do a little research, It doesn't hurt because there's a lot of pans out there. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And probably like every one of you guys, we all got a pile of pans, different kinds, sizes, and colors.
Holy moly, I'd
you
say.
usually only use, like you said,
they're starting to gather.
Yeah, they accumulate, and then you see.
They make good water bowls for wild turkeys.
Yes, they do. But you usually stick with two. That's it. out of all your pans. So, interesting. Good topics, Scott, definitely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, good job.
Yep. So let me see. What else we got here, Shad?
Well, don't forget at the end of this month, the first Sunday after in July, what is that, the 1st, I think?
Something like that.
We'll announce the winners of the Quarterly Nugget for the Cronies Club and Quarterly Nugget for your patrons. So
that's right.
Still time to get in on that action.
Yeah, and I think we announced the winner of the GPS giveaway Sunday night, too, I believe. I think that's this right. Sunday, for the
and that's
GPS.
That's for the members, right?
Yeah, that's the regular monthly drawing. It's being sponsored by Spike Strike Sluices, and he's giving away a gold ram, is what it's called. A new box of his. So, pretty cool. So, that'll end Saturday at midnight. We'll announce the winner Sunday night during the show. So, let me think.
Oh, here's a trivia for Scott.
Okay.
We had the Dress My Dredge contest. Mm-hmm. Rodney Kaiser won. Mm-hmm. How much did we put in there for Mr. Rodney to find, Scott? Take a guess.
I don't know, maybe 0.8.
What? 0.8?
You think we're cheap or something, huh? This was all of our cons from dredging and stuff this year.
With a little something extra thrown in.
So, now, wait a minute. What you're saying, somebody dressed up the dredge.
And won. Yeah.
If you had guessed it right, he wouldn't be playing this stupid song.
But, okay, how much was it?
Scott.
Drum roll. Joy to the world. Sorry. Christmas Vacation flashback. 3.4 grams.
Nice. Well, congratulations to the winner, of course.
Heck yeah, just for dressing up his dredge. See? Don't take much around here.
Then he's getting a shirt and a hat and whatever else.
Pretty cool.
And a special private dance by none other than Dennis.
That's right. Yep. So, hey, it just keeps on giving.
Instead of Benny Hill, it's Denny Hill.
Yeah, there you go, Kathleen.
Oh, gosh.
There you go. The Denny Hill Show.
All I got to say is when we get this Cronies Club outing finalized here soon so we can announce all the details.
Mm-hmm. I thought we did.
Well, not the specific dates and stuff.
Not the dates.
If it's your birthday while we're there, don't tell anybody.
No.
But especially not Dennis.
No.
Oh, I'll find out.
For your own good. Yeah, for your own good. Don't.
Your own safety.
If you see a camera pointed right at you at a certain time and you're wondering, what am I doing?
That's so camera worthy.
I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen.
Still pop out of the woods.
You guys remember Star Wars? It's a trap.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, it is. Awesome. We want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, and I want to thank the whole crew for being here and doing their wonderful segments as always. And just have a great week, everybody. We hope to see everybody at the Faucet that can make it. Scott, thank you for being here. Kathleen, Shad, Dennis, Rich, thank you guys as well. And thanks to all you for tuning in. We'll see you all Sunday night. Until then, have a great week, everybody. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Gold Diggers.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.